Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel Mathematical Room. So in our today's lecture we are going to solve the question as the statement is given in front of us. So let's start to read it out, and after that we will draw a figure that we can understand that how can we solve this question. So as you know that we are doing the questions about the trigonometric ratios, so this is also the question about the trigonometric ratio. So let's start to read the first part of the question, that shown in front of you as a kite has 120 meters of string attached to it. So in the first part of the question we are talking about the string which is attached with the kite, and the length of the string is 120 meters. So as we know that it's understood that someone is flying the kite, so the distance from the man who is flying the kite from the hand of the man to the kite is 120 meters. So you can say that the length of the string is 120 meters. So as you know that when someone flies the kite, so it always flies in the diagonal form. So when we talk about the string attached with the kite and holding a man, so we can say that this line is showing the condition of the kite and the man holding with the string. So this one is the point where the kite is being flying, and that's the point where the kite is. So the distance between these 2 points is 120 meters. So 120 meters. So, and after that, it is making the angle of elevation of 50 degrees. So angle of elevation is making on the ground level, so we can say that this is the angle of elevation which is 50 degrees. And after that, how far is it above the hand holding it? So we have to find the height of the kite from the man who is holding the string in his hand. So that's the distance we have to find. So let's see. We can say that this distance is representing by x. So that's the situation. We have made the figure. So we can say that this is a right angle triangle, and we can give the names as A, B, and C. So this is the figure that we have drawn with the help of this statement. So this is the hand of the man, this is the place of the kite, and the distance between A and B, and we have to find the height of the kite from the horizontal line from this point B. So that's the distance BC we have to find. So in other words, we can say that from the ground level we have to find the height of the kite where the kite is flying from the ground level. So as the figure showing, we can write down some kind of information from this figure. So the solution will be first of all, we have to write down the information that is given in the picture or in the statement, and with the help of statement we have drawn the picture. So length of the string is given as, we can say that length of string, which is measure of A, C, is equals to 120 meters. The second thing, the angle of elevation, which is making on the point A, we can say that measure of angle A is equals to 50 degrees. And what we have to find, the height above the point B to C. So we have to find the height above the, where the string is holding to the ground level to the kite. So height above is equals to measure of BC is equals to X. So these are the things that we have to write down over there, the information given according to the statement and the figure. So now the most important thing, that we have to find the trigonometric ratio, that which trigonometric ratio we have to use to find the height of this figure. So if you see, we are talking about the angle 50, so right opposite side will be the opposite side, this side will be the adjacent side, and this one is the hypotenuse. So now one side we have to find the BC is the perpendicular or altitude, and the other side is given as the diagonal, or you can say the hypotenuse is 120 meters. So angle A is given as 50 degrees. So now the ratio between the height or the opposite side and the hypotenuse will always be taken as sine. So sine means, if you remember these three magical words, so ka and toa, toa. So means S for sine, O for opposite, H for hypotenuse. So the first, we have to take the sine with the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse. So we will take the sine 50 sine measure of angle A is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. opposite is BC divided by AC, hypotenuse. Or you can say measure of BC and measure of AC. So now by putting the values, so sine measure of angle A is equals to sine 50 is equals to opposite is x divided by hypotenuse AC is 120 meters. So now what we have to do, we will use the calculator to find the value of sine 50. So sine 50 is equal to 0.77 is equals to x over 120. So now take this 120 to the other side. So we can write 0.77 multiplied by 120 is equals to x. So when you multiply 120 with 0.77, that will be equals to 91.92 meters is equals to x. So we can say that the required altitude or the perpendicular or the opposite side is equals to 91.92 meters. So that's the height of the kite above the hand holding it. So that's the point where the hand holding the string, and that's the point where the kite. So we have to find the height from B point to C. So that point, that's altitude at that height is 91.92 by using the sine 50, because the ratio between opposite and hypotenuse always equals to sine. So sine measure of angle A is equals to 50 degrees. So 50 degrees we have found on the calculator is 0.77, and then after simplification we can get the answer of altitude is equal to 91.92. Hopefully when you will watch the video, you will understand that how we have found the value of x or the value of altitude. So inshallah I will give you some more examples in my next video to make them more interesting. So तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Inshallah I will see you in my next video. Khuda Hafiz.